Hey.
Hey, hey everybody, I'm TQ. I got my brother JQ, and we're joined once again by Dana, store manager here at Merz Apothecary, um, for tea time. So, and other good things. So let's talk tea. Started out. Um, we are drinking peppermint tea today, which we have not had yet on tea time.
We haven't?
And I don't think so, right? Which seems weird considering just sort of like, you know, it's a standard part of any urban tea collection is peppermint, right? Dana, are you with us?
I am with you.
All right.
Hello.
Just want to make sure because I haven't heard you, and you're usually pretty vocal.
You're ready.
So, are you enjoying your peppermint tea?
I am enjoying a mint tea. I did another Four Elements tea. I love them. It's the peppermint raspberry leaf nettle because
Oh,
again, I need the seasonal support because my allergies are flared. But it's primarily, it's peppermint forward.
yeah,
And I love peppermint tea. It soothes, it sort of uplifts, but it settles the stomach. It feels good.
yeah, yeah. Hey, Therese, nice to see you. Nice to have you with us, I should say. I can't see you, but I can see your comment. So,
I am doing half mint, half green with, and then I put monk fruit in it. So I was kind of going for a Moroccan mint feel.
gotcha. Hey, John, thanks for joining us. Um, yeah, I just went straight Merz Apothecary loose peppermint tea, and so
Yeah.
I've just got this nice um, cooling sensation going on in my mouth. It just feels really good. It's a really, really gorgeous day outside in
It
Chicago.
is beautiful. In
Um,
fact, I have to open my window. I'm sorry.
Huh.
I know. I'm gonna do this here. Oh,
Oh,
spot.
yes.
There we go. All right. Cool.
The birds are tweeting.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a nice breeze. There's very little humidity. It's perfect early summer day.
Yeah. So, we're
And I got a
enjoying
cookie.
thanks. We're enjoying some peppermint tea, and I think our goal today was to talk about um, Father's Day's coming up in the not too distant future, right?
Yeah.
So,
Father's Day and maybe some Father's Day, some good fragrances, masculine or unisex, gender neutral fragrances that we love and that would be great as gifts if you would like to gift a fragrance. So I've picked out 6 fragrances today.
awesome. Yeah,
And I
that's
think
that's great.
everybody, oh, okay, good. You have the samples. Good. Awesome.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, we love fragrance. It's a big part of what we do in our store. It's a big part of what we do online, and um, really, it sort of goes along with our love of tea in the sense that there's something about just smelling things, that experience, smelling things on yourself, smelling it on someone you love, that is just brings a certain type of joy that you really can't get through any other sense or type of gift or whatever, you know? And let's be honest, like you don't even have to, even if you don't wear fragrance, you remember when someone smells good. And it's enjoyable to give someone a hug or these days sit 6 feet across a table or something like that. Smell
Dana,
the,
are these sprayed already? So there's the dry down already?
They're not, I don't think Grace Ann sprayed them, but they might have a little bit of the essence on them already.
Yeah.
Who knows? But
yeah,
yeah, I sent some blotters so you could spray.
I see that. Yeah, I just didn't
cool.
know. The last
Yeah.
time you sent them, the scent was already sprayed on them, so I was able to test what like a fresh scent and what a dried.
Yeah, like a mini fragrance event like we do here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And just for those of you, for anyone who's maybe not familiar with fragrance, when we're talking about dry down, we're talking about the fact that we all, kind of everyone knows that when you spray a fragrance, sometimes you get a certain scent up front, that then changes as it dries on your skin, or even on paper if you're smelling it on paper, which is generally how we're smelling until we decide we want to try something on our skin, because spraying 5 fragrances on your skin can get a bit schizophrenic or something like that after a little while, or just it can kind of give you a headache too, to have so many things going on.
Yeah, it's not, for me, I mean, when people come in, we can try, I say like up to 4 usually, like wrist and forearm. But for me personally, I believe the true test is to just wear 1 at a time to get like a very true, you know, just to get the real experience of the dry down, what we call the dry down. When the top evaporates.
There is a point when you're narrowing it though, where like wearing 1 on each arm and then smelling throughout the day and being like, if you're like making your final decision, is actually really fun and useful.
Yeah.
Are we going in the order that's on this list?
No, not necessarily.
Dana can pick the order. I'm just going to say a few highs. Susanna, thank you for the love. We appreciate it. Steve, good to see you, man, or good to be seen by you. Hope your family's doing well up in Vancouver. Yeah. So Dana, let's pick one out and start talking.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Let's just deep dive in. So we're going to start, if everybody wants to prep, I'll try to show this, with a different company, which is a Parisian house. And then this one is Sel de Vetiver. Salt of Vetiver.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
This is like a staff favorite, so I'm going to spray
It's so good.
It's so good. So this fragrance was inspired by the perfumer's summer home she grew up on the coast of France, and it's salty, it's green, it's a little spicy, there's some geranium and cardamom.
Awesome. Wow.
This is, I would say, you know, it's, I'm not being super narrow when I say this, because I have a lot of favorites, but this is among my favorites in the store. So that puts it in the top 50, you know, or whatever for me.
Yeah, it's always like that, either first fragrance I'll pull when I know what someone says fresh or green or like the sea, or it could be the last fragrance I pull when people are exhausted and they're like, I just can't hit the nail on the head. And this one usually hits that nail, so it's a really good one.
This is like it has like just enough of like, smells like my dad when I was younger, but it's like a much more elegant version of that. No offense, Pops, you know?
Yeah. Well, Dad used to wear some other kind of things that Dad wore like Taboc and very classic masculine scents. The thing that I love about this is
it has a much greener aspect to it, right?
Oh God, it's so green. There's a little bit, you know, you can smell the vetiver, a little bit of that smoky, but it's not a smoky, heavy vetiver. And then that saltwater ocean air. It's not aquatic in the sense of, like, a lot of times when people think of aquatic scents, you think of this stuff that's like tropical and kind of
not tropical, and it's not like seaweedish either.
It's not blue either. It's like, it literally is like the salt in the air combined with the green of the fields near an ocean that's not, it's a very temperate place, not like it's a beach vacation. This is like the coast of France, the coast of northern climates. I love this.
Yeah, Atlantic Ocean for this country, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wow.
So good.
I could smell this all day.
It's actually, you know, the beach of it is like not beachy like tropical beach, but the sea of it is coming out more and more as I'm smelling it. The you know, the sort of initial like masculine kind of scents on it are fading.
Yeah.
And now I'm getting like I came in from the beach, and like we had a little bit to eat and we're playing some games, and I still have my swimsuit on, but I haven't showered yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, Jay, turn your volume down slightly if you could. But yeah, I agree 100%.
Is that better?
This is, perfect. This is really amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love it. Okay.
Wow, that might have to be my new jammy jam.
So, and the The bottle's really beautiful. It's really sturdy. The cap has this cool like magnetic feature.
Yeah,
and
pull off the cap so people can
Yeah.
see. That's one piece. I just love this cap.
It's like
solid.
a cap.
Yeah.
And then it snaps on. It's just quality all the way through, right? So, and the spray is perfectly dispersed. It's great.
Yeah.
So,
Therese, I would say it's definitely very unisex. If you're asking, she's asked more masculine or unisex. Very unisex, but like not in a way that I think a masculine guy could wear this. You know, guys into more masculine fragrance could wear this, and it would be on the sort of less traditional end for him, or or that person. But it would be, I would call this straight up. Women can easily wear this fragrance as well. It's not something that falls into easy sort of stereotypes of masculine, feminine.
no, not even in unisex. I mean, if you're someone that's kind of likes to nerd out and dive into fragrance, there are many floral constituents that are in this fragrance, and so depending on who wears it, you might pull more vetiver, you might pull more iris powder, you might pull more salty. So it's for anyone.
Yeah, and for those of you, if you're watching this, I just want to say we'll post all the links to these fragrances, and I think pretty much everything we're going to smell, maybe with the exception of one, has a tester available on our site, so you can just buy a little vial and try this yourself and wear it for a week or so and just see what you like. That's a really fun way to do it. We sell a lot of samples so that people can get to know it and live with it without investing. We're going to smell some that are inexpensive today, but a lot of our independent fragrance is sort of in the range of $100 and up, 100, 200 some dollars. But a lot of these will, for an average person, would last. If you wore it every day, you're still wearing it for a year. So it's not a very expensive per use kind of situation. But we totally get that, like investing in something, you want to make sure you like it before you do it. And that's kind of our goal, to be able to offer that.
And then always remember, even if it's like masculine or feminine or unisex, remember that the fragrance doesn't know if you have a penis or a vagina. I would just like to remind everyone that the fragrance has no idea.
Yeah. So forget about that idea and begin with, and just like the way you smell, I think is the main point.
The question is, like, the nose does the work. Do you like it or not?
Yeah.
We're
What's
going to
next
do now, because we mentioned Taboc and your dad, and also original Taboc is one of my dad's favorites. So we're going to do Taboc Craftsman, which is new, which is the brand new Taboc Eau de Toilette. I'm going to spray it. This is like been a hit.
This is like crack for people who are like, I think I want a fragrance, but I don't know what I want.
Totally.
I don't want to spend a lot of money, and I want to make sure I really like it. It's like you bring this out, and I feel like a drug deal. I feel bad, the guilt that perhaps a first-time drug dealer feels, because I'm like, I'm gonna hook you, and you're not gonna be able to say no.
Yeah, it's so good. It's a little more modern than the original Taboc, although I love that. It's got this like geranium, this spice bite. It's easy. It's awesome.
There's a little bit of funkiness in there too. There's a little bit of like that pungent, a tiny bit of sulfur in there, just to make sure that it stays not like a
little tougher.
It takes it away from lame department store fragrance and turns it like department store sort of like generic fragrance and turns it into something special.
Yeah.
And this is very affordable, right?
$38 for the 100 ml. I mean, you can't.
It's outrageous.
It's crazy. And this comes in other products too. There's like a shower gel, deodorant. So it's nice. You can definitely. This is very giftable. Very giftable.
This has this to me has like a very like a rye whiskey feel to it.
But it's not a super boozy. It's very modern and fresh. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like almost like those like new American ones whiskeys, like Few, where it gets like a little more complex. There's a slight floral element, right?
Yeah,
there's a couple things I want to say about this. This is the kind of thing that if you feel like the man in your life, the dad in your life, the son in your life wants to wear something, but has never worn something. Like this is the one that we sold all holiday season to women who are like, I just want my husband to smell good, and he feels like, you know, if you grew up, you're an older dude who grew up at a time where maybe wearing a fragrance seemed sort of less than manly or sort of a little bit too whatever,
yeah,
you know, dandyish. Like this is the one that women were like, I'm telling my partner that he needs to wear this, men and women, telling my partner that he needs to wear this, and I'm not giving him a choice, and then coming back and being like, he's totally hooked. He loves smelling nice. You know? So that's the one. Yeah, and also great for people who have sons who are looking to do. They want to give their kid who wants maybe a fragrance. They're sort of entering that age where they're like, I would like to smell good, but they don't want to spend a ton of money, and they want something that's not.
And they also don't want to all smell like Polo, right?
Yeah. I mean, these kids aren't in the 80s. No kids smell like Polo now.
But you know what I'm saying.
You can
Whatever the
wear
Polo
to
now
school.
is.
Whatever they're doing, yeah.
Yeah, whatever it is today. Axe body spray
don't know.
is what it is, you know?
Is that really what it is?
I think so. Like most guys I know in their 20s, they're all like, yeah, I mean, when I started wearing Axe body spray, I was like, people actually wear that? But they do.
Totally, they definly do.
I mean, there's like billions of dollars in that stuff.
This actually, you know what it reminds me a little bit of is one of our, you know, the douche das like shower gels.
Yeah.
You know what's the one called with like the something hot?
Like Attraction Force or something? No,
it's
like
Attraction Force. It has like flames on it.
Yeah, like hot sports.
Hot sport or something. Yeah.
Right.
It kind of has a bit of that.
Yeah, German shower gel names are like sort
They
of like
make Axe body spray look like restrained.
yeah. That's the classy stuff.
All right, what else we got?
Okay, so I'm going to transition into something that actually has like that similar kind of funk musk to it, and you're going to see it's the Orto Parisi Megamare. This is Italian. The perfumer Alessandro Gutierrez is Italian, but it's produced in Amsterdam. And so we'll spray this, and you'll see what I mean. There's a similarity here. This perfumer is sort of a rogue perfumer. He doesn't release fragrance notes. He's very kind of elusive, and so we don't have like a factual profile of what's in here, but it's.
And I mean, we've met him. He's been in our store. He's very famous. They call him the Nose, and he's a wild man. Yeah. And his thing, when you ask him about notes, he's like, I'm not going to swear today just because I'm trying to swear less, but he's like, F the notes, F that, like he was here and said out loud in front of the whole store, just like, F that. Like, do you like it? Do you like the way it smells?
Yeah.
What do you smell? What do you think? Like, that's what matters. Who cares what I tell you the notes are? What does that mean? Do you even know what these notes are anyway? So like, I respect that a lot. I really do.
Yeah.
I feel like,
and I think, people that are really into fragrance can definitely understand that, and even not. And so he works very instinctually. It's very sensorial.
Yeah.
This is cool. This has like a bite and a spice to it, but then has like a late brown sugar note. Do you notice that?
Yeah.
But it's also like, it kind of takes the, when we talked about the first one was like ocean but not beachy. This is sort of the classic like Mediterranean aquatic scent done sort of sideways. Do you know what I mean? It's like aquatic through the back door. It's mega mare. It's like the sea, right? Frutti di mare. Mare is sea in Italian. This is mega, like, right? It's like, this is a big aquatic fragrance, but it sort of pulls in these other notes that you don't typically associate with aquatic. And what I was going to say is that now after I say that, like, F the notes, unfortunately, there's not a lot of way that when we're talking to you on video, we can sort of do it without at least referring to something. But that's why Jay and I know Dana feels this way too, we often talk about like sensations or where you picture yourself or like memories, because that sort of maybe gives you a better way of getting into it.
Yeah, I mean, scent, the sense of scent is most directly related to memory. You know, it's the strongest kind of scent related to memory. So I think this is could be very transporting.
Yeah. So there is like, to me, this aquatic fragrance, but then it becomes a little syrupy and rich with those brown sugar notes, Jay. Like the longer it goes, it's just
Yeah, it's
getting more and
becoming a
more.
little foodier as it goes
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of
Therese.
people, yeah. I smell like some aldehydes, and like a lot of people will say, because I'll read blogs and things, that this has like those sort of synthetic molecules that will mimic like watery, almost like watermelon, although I hate to say that because it doesn't smell like watermelon, but
No.
those like skin musk sweet sensations.
Yeah, there's also something happening here, like the foodie element with that aldehyde kind of thing is giving me almost like a Thai basil thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it has that like that terpene quality of like a basil or a rosemary, but it's not those. It's like it's slightly more Eastern or something.
Yeah. Hey, I want to bring up a few things. First of all, do you agree with me that like the first one I could get lost in for a day, and it's not that it's not complex, it is, but it's sort of like I know where I am immediately, and I just want to savor it and dive into it. That's the Sel de Vetiver. The Taboc Craftsman, it's just pleasing and enjoyable, and it's pretty straightforward, and it's like whatever. This one, I feel like I'm getting more intrigued as time goes on. And while I liked it at the beginning, I wouldn't have picked it immediately as like the one that I'm like, this is it. But like as I go on, I'm feeling like, wow, I need to give this more of a chance because I want to live with this for a while.
Yeah, and I always say that about, you know, most of the Ordo Parisi fragrances. I'm like, just put it on, put it on, put it on, because I don't reach for them right away either. But when it's like you have to discover them.
Yeah, there's also like, this is weird. Now I'm getting like a cucumber water thing happening.
Totally.
Well, that's that kind of aldehyde, a little bit almost synthetic kind of thing, but it's not. I mean, it is, but
not in a bad way.
Not in a bad way. It's sort
It's
of
like when you check into the hotel and they have the water thing with like fruit and cucumbers in it.
Yeah, like spa water, I say. It's really good.
Yeah, spa water.
Yeah. Yeah, Therese, I know you. I'm the same way. I personally tend towards unisex fragrance, what are termed unisex fragrances. You know, you say you often like the initial smell of more feminine floral sweet scents, but after an hour they smell terrible on me. Is that common? Yeah, I think it definitely can be common for many people. That's why we recommend like buy a sample or come in, let us spray something on you. You order a sample, spray it on yourself, maybe more in these times, but like wear it on your skin. And then for someone, there are some fragrances that you really want to smell the same, but they don't smell the same on you. That, just as an aside, that canvas and concrete, do we still have that, Dana? Like that fragrance primer?
We don't have it currently. At the maker, I think, has been out of stock or not making it, but we can look at it.
But there are things called fragrance primers, which you can put on, which will sort of limit the amount of chemistry between the fragrance and your body so that you tend to get it staying more in a more long-lasting way, truer to the way it smells out of the bottle. That said, just find a fragrance that smells awesome on you, and then you don't have to worry about putting a barrier down to smell a certain way. I kind of think of it as like it's your body telling you what you should wear. So work with your body's chemistry to find something great.
And then buy that one for your partner.
Yeah, exactly. And for Alex, your son, I would say Taboc Craftsman would be perfect.
Yeah, for sure.
Inexpensive, delicious.
I mean, can I just throw out there also like potentially like Eton would be like a good.
Oh yeah, Eton College, yeah.
Yeah, like would be like a good younger person scent that's like a nice alternative to the department store ones that are out there.
Yeah, I'm a little more expensive, but yes, great.
But not by a ton, right?
Probably like $95.
Oh, is it?
Range.
Okay.
Maybe right, $65 to $95.
Yeah.
I thought it was more in the 60s. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay.
All right, what's next? Let's keep going.
Here's another really good one for young, old, anybody. Good median price point. It's the Eau Libre Herman. This one.
Oh, Dana, you picked some stellar ones. As I gotta say, since we're on Father's Day, as a dad, I would wear, if I got any of these from my family, I'd be amped about it. It's great. They're great.
This is, when I was writing notes for Greta, I'm like, this is the shoe-in. Like, it just smells good on most people. It's pleasant. It's complex, but still wearable. It's great.
This
get,
smells like I'm
obviously-
visiting my European grandparents' house.
Yeah, you're in the library for sure.
Yeah, I mean, in a good way, like fresh cut flowers from my grandparents' garden here in Chicago. You know, my grandfather was from Germany. My grandmother was Chicago many generations, but sort of, you know, Euro mutt on my mom's side. And this smells like going to their house. The flowers coming in a Chicago backyard through their bungalow windows, kind of mixed with a little bit of the mustiness of their books and the house they've been in forever.
Yeah.
I want to cuddle up with this person. I don't care who they are.
Yeah, it's awesome.
This is a good scent, and this is like this skews a little bit more towards classic and a little less modern. Like this is like, and I don't say this in like a old kind of way, but in a classic way. This is more of a granddad than a dad scent, you know?
This is like
Not to smell like this, but what it invokes is like an avuncular kind of dad, you know?
I think of it as like
it's slightly more like professorial or something.
yeah. There's like a worldliness and it's like elegant, intellectual older man. It's just so good.
It reminds me of Rachel's dad, actually.
Yeah.
You know, like there's a thoughtfulness to it and a bookishness to it and like sort of a cozy old house kind of vibe, right?
Yeah.
Almost like, little cedar chest, little dusty book, rose.
Yeah, like brown shoes that are well worn and well kept.
Totally.
Yeah, I love it. Good choice.
I
Wow.
love it too.
I hope to be this man someday. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, you'll never be that guy.
So
No, I won't.
it's so good. Okay.
But you can smell like that guy, fortunately.
I hope to smell like this guy later today.
Sometimes we do wear fragrance to like project something, right? Like I have different fragrances for when I'm really dressed up and going out than I do for my everyday. So
Totally. What are we doing next? Is this Provence? Provence Santé?
Peppermint Tea, green tea cologne. It's a sleeper classic.
Oh,
It's awesome.
I mean, you know, this, I would say pretty much all of these. Taboc Craftsman, maybe the least it's amazing, but it doesn't feel as of this season. But you picked a bunch that feel very like late spring through midsummer, kind of fresh, excited for the good times to come, getting outside, enjoying life, going for walks. This is
obviously green tea. It's called thé vert, right?
Yep.
So there's a green tea element, but I mean, can I just throw out a couple other things I'm smelling in there?
Yeah, of course.
Necco wafers for sure.
Okay.
there is a candied element to this a little bit,
Yeah.
but not.
But
little-
it's dry. It's not saccharin. It's
not I don't mean that in a way of like teeny bopper fragrance from like the earring store. Do you know what I mean?
well, that's why Necco wafers is kind of like powdery or a little drier.
Yeah.
It's not a sticky sweet, you know?
Yeah.
No.
Also, just like I'm smelling the linden blossoms of late spring in here massively. It's like green tea and linden is really
Soapy,
Heavy
totally.
linden.
it's that white floral that makes a walk in late, mid to late May through early June just such a pleasure here in Chicago.
Like literally my corner right now. The hospital has these linden trees, and we just take a walk around the block, and it smells like this all the time. It's amazing.
It's my favorite.
I think
And
like
this also comes in an aftershave too, so a great gift pairing.
Am I reading the price on this? Am I reading that right?
Yeah, $16, $16.50.
yeah, this is like
That is the
actually
steal of the season.
it's almost like we're giving you money to wear this when you come.
Yeah.
That's how inexpensive it is.
Well, and I sell this to a lot of guys that are not that anybody can wear this, but that don't want like fragrance. That's like when we reach for this. It's really easy. It's it's an eau de cologne, so it's not super strong.
It's not gonna hang around as hard, right?
Not it doesn't like lead you into a room, so it's nice.
It is fantastic. You nailed all of these.
This also, I will say though, for a cologne, this
it's got some pungency.
It's got some. It's heavier than your average cologne. It's not like all alcohol and burning away quick.
No, this reads to me more like an eau de parfum or something like that, don't you think? Or something. Eau de toilette, I should say.
I can't believe that's only 1650. That's amazing.
It's great. Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I would be jazzed to get that.
Everybody loves this, so it's a great gift. Trust me, we sell a ton of it, and like, it's still unique. Like, you're just not gonna find this anywhere. Okay.
That's awesome. And for like that price, like take the risk, because if somebody likes it even every once in a while, that feels like a win, right?
Totally. Yeah.
I mean, I would say like if someone doesn't want to wear it, I would just keep it near my desk and use it as a room spray every day.
Yeah, or put it on letters.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I tell people: linen spray, room spray, spray your curtains, whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, I just jumped ahead because I'm so excited about this one.
I saved it for the last because it's so good.
I know.
Okay.
Mea Fushuni, right?
Fushuni. Nota de Viaggio Chacon. So Chacon is what we usually call it here in the stores in Eau de Parfum. This, if anything, invoked fresh mint leaves, mint tea, hookah.
This is Moroccan mint tea in a fragrance. We've done this once before on a video, but I'll bring it back every week. I'm so happy about this one.
It's just so unique. We just don't have anything like this. It's so great.
It's green, super green, super. It's not like heavy mint. It's like green with this coolness of mint, right?
Yeah, it actually reminds me a lot of mowing the lawn when I was a kid.
Yeah. And
but it even has a little bit of the gas.
Yeah.
It's
from like the lawnmower. You know what I mean? Because I was wondering why it doesn't remind me of cutting the grass now. And it's because I don't have a gas lawnmower anymore. I have a little push one now, you know?
It definitely has that.
It has a little bit of that gas, that burn off, the exhaust, you know?
Well, it has.
Mariko joined us. Hello, Mariko.
Mariko.
It's got this tobacco in it, which doesn't show up until you keep smelling it.
Yeah.
That's probably what you're smelling.
Yeah, that's the hookah element. I love this fragrance. I don't think all of these fragrances today, I'm sure they're linked up. I'm not looking at the page right now, but they are phenomenal. Oh man, what am I going to wear today? I got to put something excellent on.
I've been thinking of spraying one of these on.
I've got to wear something, Dana, for my 25th college reunion is tonight. I should have been in Williamstown, Massachusetts tonight for like a weekend of like old people debauchery. I was staying at a big giant house with a bunch of other families. It's all postponed until next year. And they sent out this thing saying, there's two reunions Thursday and Friday night gathering together in Zoom. And I'm like, what am I going to get in Zoom with like 600 other people? It seems crazy.
Right.
Oh my God, this is getting better and better.
Yeah, this one is so.
Are you getting all like the citrus now? I mean, I'm getting
big time lemongrass. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm getting juicy citrus now.
Yeah.
And like tea. Are you pulling like a little jasmine off of it too?
Big time. Yeah.
Yeah.
This seems like very straightforward off the bat, and then gets very complex towards like as it's drying down.
When I've worn this on me, those sweeter flowers underneath come out of the green the longer I wear it, and it actually gets almost too sweet, but not too sweet for me. It's like it stays perfect, but it's about the sweetest thing that I wear after I've worn it for a few hours.
It's like it tastes like. There's almost like, and it doesn't go this sweet, but like there's almost with the citrus and then this like milky thing, there's almost like like a dreamsicle-ish quality to it that
Yeah.
but not sweet, you know?
No,
Like,
but like
Exactly.
cream.
did you
Not
ever
sweet.
did you ever like squeeze one of those leaves and then that like white, the like sort of,
Yes. Yes.
it's
Yeah.
like that.
Yes.
Teresa's pointing out Chacon means thank you in Arabic, which I was going to say. I
Oh,
spent a
is it?
month in Morocco drinking mint tea, and this brings me back 26 years ago. I was in 25 and a half years ago. I was living in Morocco with two families and learning Arabic, and this is,
Oh,
it brings me back.
I thought it might mean that since in Pakistan it's shukriya. So
Yeah.
Yeah. And another note, because I love the stories and like the people behind things. This perfumer, Mail Fuscioni, another Italian, another very interesting, elusive guy. If you want to look into his stuff, we carry 5 of his fragrances. They're all cool. They're all a little strange. They're all amazing. So he's just one of my favorites, and he does perfumery for other houses too. So.
oh my
Yeah.
God, I think this is my favorite one of all of them. This is
I know.
crazy.
This one's so good.
I have to have this one.
It's like
I can't wait to put. I'm putting this one on because I want to know what happens on me. Yeah.
Put it on.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
knew we had
don't
to
rub
have
it in, just let it go, Jay, because it's going to develop pretty fast.
I'll put it on too. Okay.
All right. This was a great lift to the end of my week. Thank you, Dana.
You're
This
welcome.
is, people.
Oh my God, I love it. I think it's perfect. I think it's perfect.
You have to, Jay, you have to hit me up later. I want to hear what you think in like an hour or two. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I'll let me know. So that would be perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, and Anthony, Grace Ann wanted to pass a message. We got a new tester of Debaser, so feel free to come down because we've been out. That's one of your
Yes.
favorites.
All right. Yeah.
That's in my bar. That me and Greta both share that one.
Yeah. You know, this just reminds me, there is, you know, like I think a lot of the country, and I think it's for good reason, is still trying to stay socially distant. And one of the things that's really hard is we're denying our senses something that we need, which is touch from other people. And, you know, maybe aside from the people that we live with or are in our little pod. But there is such joy that comes from using your senses. And when you're denied something, like, right, you say, oh, they always say people who are missing one sense, their other senses get sharper.
Mm-hmm.
I love fragrance all the time.
Woo!
I love fragrance all the time, but I would say it's bringing me special, doing these sampling testings with you, Dana, and the rare times lately that I'm wearing fragrance. I'm like, why am I not wearing it more? My enjoyment of smell is
Maybe I'm allergic to this one.
at an all-time high right now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm, you know, a big jewelry person, but because of all the hand washing and because we want to have less surface area, you know, I haven't been wearing jewelry. I haven't been dressing up really, going out, but I have been wearing fragrance at home. Like even when I'm off or when I'm go home at night to go to bed, I'll put a fragrance on because you're right. I mean, it's life without the sensorial pleasures is depressing, and so
Yeah.
we need to do that
And
for ourselves.
I agree 100%.
Should we send the 6 testers out to somebody as a gift, as a free gift?
Yeah,
Totally.
show us some love in the comments this weekend. By Monday, we'll pick one of you out and send you all 6 in testers so you can experience them all. Maybe you can watch the video again, you know, give us
or
your
if you
review.
repost the video or something
Yeah,
like that.
and smell along with us because they're so good. And then, I guess, on that note of the sensorial pleasures, if there's a dad in your life and you're able to, if there's anybody in your life really, but since we're talking Father's Day, if there's a dad in your life that you're able to give a hug to, give him a kiss, whatever, get these fragrances, then do it. It'll be even better. It'll be great for him, double pleasure for him and extra pleasure for you to hug this person and get to smell these amazing scents. And if you're not, able to give this person a hug, or you're across the country from them, what better way to share something that you can connect with in some other sense, right? Rather than giving them a personal in-person hug, or some love or a handshake or whatever it is that you do, you know?
Yes.
Cool. Hey, I want to say thank you for joining us. Spread some love this weekend. Go out and find some way to be active in your community. Go protest for Black Lives Matter. Go do something. Take some action to make the world a better place. Please do it. Let's do the work. All right. Let's continue. I don't want to stop talking about that. We got to do that. Right.
Absolutely.
Just because we can enjoy fragrance and all these things doesn't mean we don't still need to do a lot of work. We do.
No, in fact, we have to do all of those things. We have to keep fighting and keep protesting, and we have to remind ourselves and other people why life what's worth fighting for.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right? So we have to enjoy ourselves too, and we need to not find those mutually exclusive. We have to actually join them because that's more powerful.
Yeah. And as a take on Father's Day, as a father, I want to create the world that I want my kids to live in now, not hope that they do it 20, 40 years from now. All right? Let's do that.
Absolutely.
Nice. Love you all. Happy Friday.
Yeah.
Peace.